Okay, this is our 10.7 Freedom reveal. It's a 2023 Leopard 42, made in South Africa. We've had it almost a month. We've been on board for about 3 weeks, and we left the Florida coast 3 days ago. Right now we are on Great Harbor Key Marina in the Bahamas. One of the many things that we did is we had this side curtain put on by Creative Canvas. They did that, as well as the cockpit enclosure. Give us some protection. They call that front of that front isinglass Dodger. It's you kind of want to have that when you're in high seas and the water splashing up over the bow, or when it's raining and storming. And then the side curtain here, you can see out but you can't see in, and it provides excellent UV protection, which helps keep the inside cool. We put on an aftermarket radar and a VHF AIS antenna with the Vesper unit. We'll show you that when we get inside. So we'll go around and get on board. One thing that we bought is this lie sling. It is a cushion that you can throw out that's got a line attached to it, and we put it over here on the side of the ladder. In case someone goes overboard, we can pull up alongside them and throw them that and pull them up to the ladder. Now, in my mind, this is a design flaw of having this ladder on this side for the man overboard purpose, because when you're in the helm seat over there, you cannot see your port bow. So if you're trying to pick somebody up in the water, there's a current, and you're trying to pull up to them, ideally you want to pull up to them on the side that you're steering the boat from, so you can look down the side of the boat and make sure you're not running over them. And so that way, if the ladder was on the other side, you could just pull the ladder right to them. However, they've decided to put the ladder on this side, which would make it very difficult if you didn't have eyes, somebody on the port side of the boat, to watch as you made an approach to a person overboard. And if you did it on the other side, then you would have to try to catch them and then pull them over here to the port side, to the ladder. So in my mind, Shelly and I put on these little solar powered tiki torch lights. We put them on all four corners, and they're just stuck in there with zip tie. You can pull them right out. So we'll start up top here. One of the things we did is we had this decking put on. It's called Plasti-Deck. And we'll have all that information where we got that stuff. If you're interested, the reason that we chose that is it's durable. You can clean it with anything, and it's soft on your feet, and it doesn't get hot. So here is the upstairs seating area, upper lounge area. You can set up here when you're under sail if the conditions are smooth. Molly likes to get right over there in that corner and tuck herself in. Another feature that this thing has is it's got these little pop-up lights that come on automatically when you lift them up. There's one here, and there's one over on the other side, which I guess makes for a romantic evening at night. It's got some speakers up here, and if it's smooth sailing, you can sit right here. You can have a conversation with the captain. It's kind of nice. Another thing we did is we had the life raft moved up top, which we did that for a couple reasons. Access, the compartment that it's in down there is hard to get to. This thing is heavy. It would be hard to get out. And also it provides extra storage from the compartment that it came from. And then we have our Starlink, which we are about 200 miles east of Fort Lauderdale in the Berries. And we have excellent service all the way here, never lost a signal. So our cell phones are turned off. They're in airplane mode. But in that mode, we can FaceTime on Facebook and other means of communication, text messages, everything works. We have solar panels. We have 4 360 watt panels. That's providing us with enough electricity. We don't use a whole lot. If there was more than 2 of us on here, we might want to go with a bigger inverter and lithium batteries. We decided not to do that this time. And then we've got our KVH satellite. And we've already had someone ask, why do you have the KVH satellite when you have Starlink and you can get YouTube TV or other sources? Well, we ordered this KVH in February. It was already paid for. It had already been shipped. It was sitting at Just Cats waiting to be installed. We already had the installation built into the budget, and then the week before we sailed, we decided to go with the Starlink. So they're both active. We don't need both. We don't know how long we'll pay for the service for this KVH. However, I've heard that Starlink is thinking about geofencing off the coast of the U.S., and to pay for the Starlink out here may eventually be not cost productive, not worth doing, and then we'll have the satellite. So let's move on around. We got the shorter mast, which is a 64 foot, and the reason we did that is because all of the bridges on the ICW are supposed to be 65 feet. And we didn't want to eliminate the ability to ever go in there in case there was a storm we were trying to get away from, or perhaps there was a marina that was in between 2 bridges. The other mast, you can go a little bit faster under sail, but you can never go in the ICW. Another thing that Creative Canvas did is they installed this shade above the sunroof in the salon, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll walk up here and I'll give you an upper view of the trampolines. One of them is a trampoline, the other one is a bathroom, and they are using it. They've actually used it underway. So we'll go down there next. So up here, there's some storage in the front compartment on both sides, watertight storage. Down here, this is where we put the dog food, the blow-up stand-up board, and the blow-up kayak, snorkel gear, and different things. And same as for the other side. The compartments are really big, but we've got them full. We've got stuff in there. And then here is the compartment that has the generator in it. One of the things that we did is, you can see it's a very large storage, and we don't have a whole lot in it. You see how much room we still have, but we've got 2 scooters in there, and then we've got a Dometic cooler / freezer that we had electric ran up here. Let me open this up. And it's set at 0 degrees. We got bacon, sausage, hamburger meat, veggies, and all that stuff. This is our freezer. It's working just fine. Thing is, you want to check it every few days. Make sure you don't trip a breaker and it's not out here working. So that's this. And I'll also have a couple fold-up chairs back there in the corner. And you see our scooters fit in there just nice, tucked out of the way. It's been watertight. We haven't had any issues. We were worried about the scooters getting exposed, but they're doing okay. And then we've got this forward area right here that you can set. We've got a couple chairs. I'll put them out here and I'll take a picture of them and show you. Then we've got storage under here. We've got our extra anchor, all of our dock lines and our bumpers that we put down in here, a few other things. So we've got this front seating area right here, which has the compartment where the generator and the freezer goes. And it's got all this space. Now the 45 model has a seating area right here. You don't get that with the 42, but you do get this area. And there's an option to buy some cushions that cover this entire area. And while they would be nice to have, we didn't want to have to worry about them being exposed to the weather all the time. And then if you're traveling and it's stormy, or if you're leaving the boat for a long time, or you just don't want them out here getting oxidized by the sun and the salt, you got to put them up. Well, they're huge. Where are you going to store them? This boat, it's got a lot of storage, but storage is important. You're living on this thing, and you get to a point where something comes on, something's got to come off. And then if you've got these big, massive cushions to store, and we may be wrong, we may meet some people that have them and they don't have that issue, but that was our thinking anyway. And then inside here we have our windlass, which is the boat anchor, not the anchor itself, but the mechanism to lower the anchor, and it's hooked to a bridle that comes up through there. This is just a little pole to help us dock. And then you've got a remote. You got a remote right here, and then you've also got an up switch here on the floor. So it doesn't take two people to anchor. You can do it, but it sure helps to have two. Okay, let's go to the helm. We've got this sea decking. It's pretty hot out here right now, and it's just cool to the touch. Another thing that's good about it is the dogs can get traction, to where on just that fiberglass like this right here, they can't get traction on that. This right here, they can't get traction on that. We don't want them slipping off the back of the boat. So we put that plastic deck on the stairs and in the helm as well. And then like I said, we had Creative Canvas build this enclosure. They did a really nice job. Those guys, I don't know how they do it. Fits perfectly. They came out and measured, and so we've got just a regular Raymarine Lighthouse 4 chart plotter, and I got my little cup phone here that I put my phone on to show the weather on. And we've got our VHF radio. One of the things we did is we had underwater lights put on, blue underwater lights, and then we had some transom lights put on, and I'll show you those when we get down there. And we got our radio, and we've got our 2 Yanmar 45 engine start and stop monitors. We got our forward and our reverse. I also got this little mount I put right here. I can put my cell phone on. Being that far away, it doesn't look like it would really work, but surprisingly it does. So I can put Navionics on there, and it kind of helps a little bit. And then we've got our compass, and we've got 3 electric winches, which are going to come in handy. Shelly, they sit so high up, and when Shelly's cranking on it, her elbows are up around her ears. So we decided to go with that. Always work it. You can always do them manually if you want. Okay, if you saw on the last video where we took the AB dinghy in to where we bought it to get rid of that center console because it was just taking up too much space in the dinghy. Well, this is our high field seat. It's got storage inside of the seat. It's also got a battery in there. There's the plug of the boat. Put that down there so it doesn't blow out. And then here is the little arm that I was just talking about that holds the steering wheel, which allows me to straighten out, and it gives us so much more room. And the old dinghy seat we put right here. A lot of people put coolers or a little dock box right there, and I was just going to throw it away. I didn't think it was worth anything, and Shelly said, hey, why don't we see if it'll fit right there. So I just got it hooked on these little straps right here, one pulling on each side, and it works just fine. Another thing I did is I put these straps on right here on the davit system. You don't want all that weight sitting on this one hook right here when you're traveling in the high seas. What it does is it'll warp your davit system, especially, and then you always want to put the motor on the side of the hook. So we'll see, as you can see, those straps are so tight that the hook's not even engaged, and it's not going anywhere. We've got our seating. We've got this little seat right here. You can flip it the other way, so you can sit facing backwards. Or, when you got company, you can flip it back this way. We chose to get the teak table. And the teak that was on it when it came in was pretty cheap. I've already recoated it once. And it looks a lot better. It's going to take 2 or 3 times to get it to look good. So there's storage under all of these. This one I've got my tools. And looks like I got some dog leashes in there right now. This one has the propane bottles underneath it. This one right here has some miscellaneous stuff right here. And in the little seat dock box, I keep the water hose and all the cleaning supplies. So just having that eliminates me having to fill up one of our other storage with that stuff. So it really helps out a lot. So that is, I've also got my fishing rod, my hook, and my net. I mounted it up there myself. Pretty proud of that. Looks good. Hope it'll stay, because if it doesn't, I'm going to have 4 holes in my fiberglass. Okay, so we enter the salon area. This is the main living area. We'll just start right here to our right. We have our TV. And one thing we did, we've got a Vizio TV. And if you buy the Vizio TV, you have enough room down here to buy this Vizio soundbar, which comes in real handy because the speakers are on the back of the TV. We've got plug-in, we've got USB port, we've got all our lights right here. This storage compartment right here is normally for the microwave. We chose not to put the microwave there. We were going to put, we didn't really know what we was going to do with it, but right now it ended up being, it's got our satellite box back there as well, and right back here is the Starlink device, and we've got our AED, and then I put my maps. The maps that we use are these really oversized maps, and that they fit in there just fine, which is kind of nice. So then right here we've got a freezer on top, we got a refrigerator on the bottom, and then in the floor here we've got all these compartments, and every one of these is a deep place that you can put all your dry goods, all your storage, and you also have storage underneath both of the cushions here. And then of course this one's got the batteries in it, the first one when you come in, but the rest of these are for storage. And you come forward, we've got 3 nice drawers, and silverware drawers, and we've got our dishes and everything down here. We've got an oven that we don't think we'll ever use it, and we don't think we'll ever use the stove. Shelly bought this nice cutting board that fits on there just nice. We just don't want to get them dirty and get grease everywhere, and they'll be brand new probably when we sell the boat. And so you got this little shelf up here, put little knickknacks, and we got our coffee pot and our pressure cooker and stuff over there. And here it's got a little dry well, put your dishes when you dry them. Really kind of nice, because you know, you use 1 cup, 1 bowl, 1 plate, 1 fork per day. You just wash it, put it in there, and reuse them, so you don't get your dishes stacked up. Then we've got this big front window when you're looking out doing the kitchen. We got blinds that go down, go all the way around, and even to the back. We put blinds on the back. We had a company come in and do that for us. So then underneath here we've got our trash can and different stuff, and then we've got some additional storage in here. And we've got a couple plug-ins there. We've got additional storage here. And then you come on around here, and we've got our ice maker. We are no longer drinking bottled water. We drink just water out of the tap, and we use our ice. Now this little tap right here has a filter on it that costs about $500 or $600. And this filter is also in addition to the filter the boat already has. This water is better than any drinking water that you'll ever find. I can take salt water and I can turn it into the best drinking water you've ever had. So we've been using a lot of ice. So then, if you come over here, of course you got all this view. How nice is that? Looking back at this area over here, we got somebody wanting to come inside. And you can see the accent lighting that we have up there. And here is our map desk. I keep this little overview map of the Bahamas right there. Move that aside. We've got our Vesper, which is a VHF, AIS, navigation, anchor watch. It comes off, sits on its charging base. You can put it up by the helm. And then we've got this. We got our VHF radio and our music, which is a really nice system. It's got speakers inside. It's got them over here, right in here. And it's got speakers outside in the front. It's got speakers up top, and it's got speakers out back. And then we moved our 3-in-1 microwave. It's a microwave, convection oven, air fryer in one. And then right here, it's got a little charging base for your cell phone. It's got plug-ins over here, and of course that curtain opens up. We were going to take this, and we were going to put it where the stove is. We actually took it out and put it in there, and it fit just fine. But we got the reading on it, and this device requires at least 8 inches around it when it's cooking, because it gets so hot. And then here's the stairway down to the port side. It's got a bedroom in the bow and a bedroom in the stern. And then here's our seating, and it's got little shelves right up here. We put little knickknacks, and it's got this table that folds down and makes another bed. Got a cushion for it. And then we had, what was the name of the company?
Poseidon Interiors.
Okay, and then Shelly's going to show you something that we ordered. This boat comes with the shades all the way around, the blinds, but it doesn't come with the blinds in the back. And when you're at a marina, you're backed in, and at night you get kind of a area where, you know, it gets where people can see in, you can't see in, but you can't see out.
You become the fishbowl, the fish in the bowl. 'Cause everyone
Right.
sees you in all the glass.
Yeah, so we had these installed, which are really nice, and you can see the trim on the ones in the black. They're in black, and you can shut them. And a really nice feature is you can still open the doors. You can open that sliding glass, and then you can open the door.
And here come the dogs.
And here come the dogs. And that is basically the interior. It's also got this sunlight that I showed you earlier. We had the shade put on because you can tell it's already got heat coming out of it right there. So that shade really helps. You can open that up, and it's really nice. And then down here we've got our control panel. It controls all the systems, the water, solar panels, air conditioner, generator, and we can monitor all of our electric input and output, how much we're using.
Okay, we're going to go down on the port side. There's 2 beds and 2 baths. Come down the stairs, and you see right here to your left is the first bathroom. Got a little shade over the window. The medicine cabinet, and then over here, place to hang your towels, and down below the toilet. Once again, we installed this plastic there on the bottom. It's got a little skylight, and it's like when the window's open, so you can get some light in here if you want. And shower, you shut the door. And then you have this area over here showering. And then as you come out of your bathroom, you see there's this door right here, and that goes back up to the kitchen area. But you can have that closed when you're in here. You have a full-length mirror on the back of the door. And then as you move forward, in the front, on the bow of the boat, this is the bedroom. It's got a full-size bed, and you can see the lights in here. It's got shelving there to hang stuff, a plug-in, and some USB ports. Again, you have a skylight overhead that you can close fully. You get a blackout shade. And then there's the side curtains here that have windows throughout that whole part, and a fan also. You also, on this side, you do have a closet. Oops. That opens. And there is also, down here below the bed, you see there's 2 drawers there to put your things in. And on the back side of this door, as I showed before you exit to go out, hello, is the full-size mirror.
On the port side, in the guest side, in the stern, is the 3rd bedroom, and like the one in the bow, it's got its privacy door right here, so you can shut yourself off. And it's got the same bathroom set up. It's got the shower. We put with the same teak on the floor, and your toilet. It's got a nice little sink area. It's got ventilation on the side. It's got a little curtain to pull down. Also got ventilation up here if you want it. It's got a nice shower. Nice little shower size. So I'm a big guy, and that's as big as the shower on our 47-foot Sea Ray that we had. And then, just like the other one, it's got your linen closet. It's got a little shelving area. Plenty of windows to look out of. It's got vent on each side. You're sitting out on an anchor in the morning, you're sitting in bed, you can open that up. The bed in here is a little bit larger than the one in the bow. I'm not quite sure how much bigger, but it is a little larger. It's the same size as the bed that's in the master. Something else about all of these have dimmer switches on them. You can see the lighting, accent lighting. All of them are on dimmers.
Okay, everybody, we're going to go down into the master hull. This is the starboard side, or the right side of the boat. You can see we put in a TV right there. Has some shelving for some storage. Then if you look over this way, you can see there's our bed. It's a queen size bed. It's got this nice door up underneath it. And then up here we have a fan, which is very nice when you're at anchor. Got a hatch there. And I'll turn this way. And as you can see, there's a full-length mirror right there. And one other thing, you can see that's our full-length mirror. It's on a little slide rail. Here's some access panels to get into the electronics. But you can take this and it seals you off. And then this opens so you can go out of the hall. So when you want privacy in the master suite, you got it. Alright, so there's the stairs that go down into the master hall. And then if you go this way, we have some dressers here and a little counter. And then we have our closet, which is really cool. Nice hanging closet. And there's a little cabinet down below it. Also, that's small, but you can put shoes or extra storage, whatever you want. So then as you walk in here, you can see we have a washer and a dryer combination. It takes forever, but if we need it, we have it. There's a cabinet there for storing. We have our commode over here on the other side. And this flooring that's down here with the stripes that you see, that's called plastic. And we have that outside also. But we chose to put it in each of the shower pools. It's really soft on the feet and feels nice. So over here, there's our shower, shampoo, conditioner, soap. And there's a little window. Of course, you can put down a little privacy shade. I hung some little hooks up there to hang our towels when we're showering. And then I put some hooks on the back to hang the towels to dry and a place to store them. There's a little skylight right there. It has a privacy screen. And then there's our lovely shower head. We have really good water pressure. So one of the issues people were having was that this plexiglass that's right here, I don't know if you can see this or not, it ends right there and then it goes over to the wall. But down here at the cabinet level, the water is not sealed. So the water can go through there and it gets over there by the sink. So I installed a shower curtain rod that goes all the way across. And then we can, when we shower, we close it up. I put the extra little thing of shampoo right there, and that keeps the water out. And we like the shower curtain. It's kind of nice. Keeps everything wet in this area. And then here we have our sink. And there's a cabinet down below, and if you open this cabinet, there's a little trash can and the mirror. Hi everybody. There's a medicine cabinet, and what a better place to store your laundry detergent than inside there when you're not using it. So that's where I chose to put it. Anyway, and then you can see there's this little door that you can close off for the bathroom. You can open it, walk back out. We really love it. And as you come down the stairs, you see we have a TV mounted right here. And there's this really cool switch. There's a switch right here. You hear that click? It releases it from the wall. And you can swing the TV around so you can watch it from your bed. Or you can bring it around this way if you're face it towards you. If you're down here working at the desk, this little feature opens up. It's pretty cool. And I have my little crosshair. Thank you, Sam Gardner. It's here on the boat.
I don't know what it is, Dwight. It's big. You want to get the net?
Let's see it first.
Oh, cheesy.
I can see it. Pull it up.